Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching Business World. I'm Bhupendra Pantola. I have with me Mr. Rakesh Tripathi, is MD Peregrine. Mr. Tripathi, welcome to Business World.
Thank you.
So you have been bestowed with the award today. Tell our viewers what it symbolizes to you, what it means to you.
It's wonderful, very wonderful feeling. Peregrine was born in 1995, 28 years in India, and almost 8 to 9 years in Singapore. These are the two countries where Peregrine is now. We are a physical security company and we have more than 80,000 guards spread all over the country. And we grew from a very small element and grew very, very fast. And that's where the Peregrine is a bird. It's a falcon. It's a very small bird and move very fast. Particularly a speed of 200 miles per hour. So similarly, we thought we were very small and now we have moved very, very fast. Our growth has been very, very fast. In fact, the industry's CAGR is 20% and we are growing by almost 35%. And last year, in some of the part of the India, the growth has been almost 50%. That's been the trend for Peregrine, so it moves very fast. And that's what. Some of the verticals we have almost a leadership area. IT/ITES is one leadership area. A lot of customers we have in IT/ITES, more or less everybody. Logistics is another. Logistics and e-commerce is another industry which has moved very fast, and we also move very fast. Manufacturing, automobile manufacturing, we have most of the plants. It's like Maruti, Renault, BMW, Daimler, all the plants we are guarding in the country. And hospitality, particularly the hotels. We are guarding in a big way. Marriott is one of the hotels which we have close to around more than 50 hotels in the Marriott group. That's what we are doing.
All right. And the service that you provide, I think the security guards play a very vital role in it. And so from their point of view, if I can ask you that what all measures that you have deployed in order to enhance their efficiency, that obviously you are doing and making you ahead of your competitors or peers on this.
So two things. One is looking after the man, he is the guard. And the other is application of technology, which is the most important thing in the recent time what we have done it. And I'll speak more about the technology or the digitization rather than the technology. So basic some motivational things are already there for the guards. Wages is very, very important for the guards because he is working for a salary. So if he gets the wages between first to fifth, he is very happy. And we have seen the attrition is very less. So we try to do it. Otherwise, as per the law, we need to give wages by 10th. But we try to buy first to seventh. So that's one of the area. Coming to digitization. So all our guards now being onboarded through a mobility app, which is known as Tenon app, and that's the mobility. So he gets his onboarding. His all attendance is through that. So the moment his attendance is through that, he is linked to the payroll. So his wages becomes very, very fast. One of the benefits what he is getting if he marks his attendance through the application and he works for 26 days, he is entitled for an advance wage also, directly through NBFC. So he can apply through the app and he can get the advance wages for 15 days, 10 days, whatever he wants. So he doesn't have to wait for first or fifth for his wages. So then he becomes a happy man because he might need money. He might need money. So these are some of the steps what we have taken. Then the supervision and monitoring of all our sites for our guarding is again through an application because all our sites are geotagged. Yeah, so that's why all the monitoring is being done. It creates efficiency in the guards.
So we can say it's a very well tech integrated ecosystem.
Absolutely.
And okay, so I'll be a little deviating from the topic, but because this is your niche, I just wanted to ask you that when it comes to events or concerts for that matter, we need the on-ground guards, and India relatively is not known for hosting a large-scale events of artists. Lots of musical artists are there, and I think one or two fests are there. Sunburn is one of the Goa's fest, which is very pronounced. Apart from that, we don't have much. So on that large-scale event, if you can outline some of the main things you think that needs to be streamlined in order to get a good outcome and to execute those events.
So you're talking about only about those events or a security perspective?
From the security perspective.
So as you rightly said, some of the events you named it, like Sunbird and all, which is a very large events. Some of the large events happening, cricket is something in the blood of India, so most of the IPLs and all, these are like events, part of that particular thing. And we do a lot of events. In Bangalore, there's a big event by Herbalife. It's a company which does big events. We ought to also participate and we guard there. So for a 5-day event, there are almost 3,000 guards. What we put it. Yes, so the most important thing is any event is required to have a secured environment, because it's very critical because of the celebrities, because of the people coming from outside. Now it's G20 is coming. It's also like an event in India. It needs to be secured not only by the government officials like police, it can be secured by the private security industry, because we are also capable of that particular thing. So all larger events have a perspective with that. All the security service providers should come together. There's already an association like CAPSI. We can take their help, and then they should ensure that the entire thing has to be worked on secured premises, rather than only focusing as a very conservative way of even security used to be bouncers. That bouncers have to be put in. So it's not a question of bouncers, it's a question of the entire guard community.
Yeah, over that point, I would like to ask you, because this is somehow a notion or a perspective which is wrong, obviously, that the guards or bouncers somehow they don't need that kind of EQ or IQ for that matter. I want you to bust this myth first of all, and I want you to tell what are the skills, the IQ and the EQ, because obviously they have to be vigilant, they have to be on their feet. Just elaborate over this.
So I completely agree with you. Bouncers are not required. Yes, they are hefty people. People get it's like a deterrent, no doubt about it. Most of the guarding personnel, and one of the largest industry in this country, India, is ITES. And the guards which are being there and they are giving a security, they are very skilled people. And one of the skilled in the hospitality, that is a hotel, that is a ITES, is the guards' communication. They're soft skills. And in the events also, it requires a soft skills, because the guests are coming. You have to greet the guests and you have to tell them, okay, morning sir, please go ahead, sit here. So you have to look after your guest. It doesn't require a hefty element of a bouncer. It requires a body language which can speak nicely, humble and firm. And that's what the guards are available in this country today, because they have been trained for that particular job with most of these industries, and they can be the best used for the events.
So very well said, I think. And obviously the tangible service is there, but when it comes to the softer skills or the behavioral service, I think this becomes a basis for especially the hospitality sector, and people tend to come for that. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.